Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Figured to bring you guys along today and show you what it takes to get the nursery season started off for the 2025 season. So with that said, let's get into it. So as you can see, we run a pretty simple setup. All the dirt comes in, gets stacked here to thaw out, being that it's minus who knows what outside. We bust it up in here, and then this will be where we do all the seeding. Shaylin mostly does it here. We got an air seeder, which I'm sure we'll show you that at some point. From there, we fill trays. Trays come onto here, and this will be where we do all the potting up, tagging. And you can see this is what we got to do this week. So we got a lot of our early season crops for our seedling sale, as well as our one wholesale contract. So this is going to be all of violas. We did our pansies last week for our first succession. So these are coming along good. We just fired the heat up in here 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago. Just got over a real bad cold snap. It was minus 20 for probably a good 2-3 weeks. So we're hovering around -3, +1 for this next little while. So it won't be so bad on the propane bill, which will be nice. So our system right now is a bit of a back and forth, just the way, unfortunately, that it is. So the seeding gets done here, and then from here it goes into our seedling room, which we insulated with spray foam, and it's got lights. And I'll take you in there quick, show you what that looks like. It is a bit of a pain for now, but it's not the end of the world. Hopefully eventually we'll end up with germination chambers in there where we don't have to do as much transferring back and forth, and then this room can turn into just microgreens or storage of some sort. But you can see in here we're pretty well loaded up already, and we got to do quite a bit more this week. We got our garden peppers to go in this week. We got to start ginger, all of our garden onions, and then probably a few more things for the seedling sale as well. So you can see with this room, we've spray foamed the whole thing. We got a heat pump, mini split, small dehumidifier, and then just a simple stainless steel racking system with grow lights. Each rack holds 28, give or take. So it fills up quick. We probably cycle through this room probably like 10-15 times throughout the season, but it's worked pretty well for us. So this time of year is always a bit of a slow start for us. It's kind of an opportunity for us to make sure that we got everything in line before we start getting our help in for the season. Like I said, it is the middle of February right now, so me and Shaylin will pretty well take care of everything from now until, I don't know, mid to end of March. And then once the seedlings really start coming into this room and we got to start potting up on a pretty consistent basis, we'll get one, maybe two people in here to help. We'll have one person kind of in charge of the seeding line, and then another person that'll be in charge of potting up, tags, and then keeping things in line for what goes for delivery, what goes to our greenhouse for our sale, and then what gets tucked away for our garden as well. Try to keep everything separate so that we don't get things mixed up. So let's get into a few trays here. So we're gonna start, like I say, with some pansies, and then we'll go from there. flowers into 200 cell trays, which seem to work pretty good for us, just the amount that you can get into that seedling room, because that's kind of our biggest limiting factor right now, is that we can only fit so many trays in there at once. So the 200s are nice because you plant one 200 and it turns into between 5 and 7, depending on germination rate, of a 606 flat, which is nice. You get a lot more in less amount of space. One thing with this time of year that can be a little bit challenging is the temperature. These big bales of dirt end up freezing, and then because they're so big, the inside stays frozen. This takes them a little bit of time to thaw out. So you probably noticed there when I was filling the trays that we try to bust up the chunks the best we can, and then anything that is still frozen, we just kick to the back of the tub and give it a little bit longer to thaw out. If you're watching this and you have a nursery yourself, you probably struggle with the same problem of tags from year to year being an absolute train wreck. So we end up just tagging them into these 72 cell trays, organize them just a little bit. We'd like to get some bins here one day where we organize it just a little bit better. But for now, organized chaos. So when we first started out, we would hand write every single one of these tags, and at a certain point it just becomes non-efficient. It's easier just to order them in, especially for our wholesale customers. They appreciate it a little bit better when they can just throw things on their shelves and you don't have to try to decipher what somebody was trying to write down if they were rushing or chicken scratching or what have you. So it's a nicer finished product for our nursery as well as for what we take to other clients. So that's done, then we just put it on the shelf, water it in. Well, there you have it, guys. Succession 1, pansies and violas complete. Ended up with around 55 trays, so not too bad. Succession was, or germination was pretty good. Succession 2 is probably about a week, maybe 2 weeks out. You can see them there. They're looking pretty good as well. Hopefully we get some sunny days to get the ambient temperature in this greenhouse a little bit warmer so we don't have to crank the heat too much. We do have some big plans for 2025 season. We got a bit of an expansion And we're looking at also leasing some land, so hopefully get some videos out of what it looks like breaking new ground. And like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.